astrologer Wonder Girl, and I'm here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, July 10th to Sunday, July 16th. All right, now what we got going on this week for you, Aries, is actually a full moon here in your 10th house of career. All right, conjunct Pluto. That happened at the very end of last week, like the very beginning of this week on Sunday moving in. So that's a lot of what you're going to be thinking about this week, okay? And this full moon is opposite the sun in your 4th house of home. So I think there's a lot going on for you with your career, with the direction of your life, with what's happening there. Maybe there's been a lot of changes in your career direction and where your life is going. Lots of big, heavy feelings there. And I think you're finally this week going to have to step into wherever these changes have taken you in your career and where your career is or is not going. I think you got to own it this week. You got to step into it. You got to live it, okay? And that's so that you can really build more of a stable home life moving forward and more of the foundations that you need to kind of reach this success in the world, okay? So that's going on there. While that's happening, we do have a Mercury that moved into Leo in your 5th house of happiness and love, making a sextile over here to Jupiter in your 7th of partners. Okay, so while you're thinking about your career and how you can really build more stability in your life after all these changes of coming, I think you're really thinking about who you can partner with in your life to make you happy in some way, to bring more joy back into your life, to have happy, you know, relationships with people, okay? Could also be some kind of romantic relationship you want to become committed to in some way that can help you move up in the world, but you're just doing a lot of thinking about how you can expand some commitments to bring more joy into your life. So there's that what's going on. Now, while that's going on, there's perhaps some other stuff in the background that you really want to happen, but that's just dragging its feet and taking some time, all right? And I think you're going to be feeling that this week in some ways. Now that for you has a lot to do with where Venus is, okay? And that's in your 3rd house of communication, of talk, I'm going to say, especially with people around town. That's because we have Venus here in this spot, and Venus wanting to communicate, wanting to get news of some sort, perhaps wanting to communicate with people around town in some hard aspects here with Mars in your 4th house of home and Uranus in your 1st house, okay? So I think you want to get some news and you want to feel, communicate with people to bring more stability into your life about something that's really important to you. And I feel like you're not getting the news that you want, that you feel like is going to help you build on something very stable and solid for you, or you can't communicate with people, or people in your community don't quite get what is going on here with you, okay? So I think there's something going on that can be a little frustrating. While that's happening, we also do have Neptune in your 12th making the same frustrating aspect to Uranus in your 1st, so I think you're also not feeling quite comfortable with yourself and where you're going, trying to figure some stuff out internally too so that you can move forward going on. Now with all this stuff kind of going on right here in this part of your chart, I think it's going to be frustrating. I think it's going to be slow, but I want you to know it's not going to be impossible. With all this stuff that I just said is going to be frustrating, it's going to take time, okay? And it may be a little upsetting, but it doesn't mean that it will not fall into place eventually. You just need to sit with it. You just need to wait. You just need to be patient, and things will eventually come around, okay? So that's kind of the message there. But while you're kind of sitting with all of this uncertainty or some of this slow stuff that's happening, there is some stuff you could be doing, and that is changing your perspective and really working with yourself inside to get right with some things so that you can move forward, okay? And those things about your perspective that you're going to need to change are going to have a lot to do with where Mercury is in your 5th house of joy and love and happiness. All right, and that's because Mercury is making a quincunx to Neptune in your 12th and Pluto in your 10th. So I think you're going to need to think very, very differently about what makes you happy, what you love, what you enjoy, what makes you happy in your career. What kind of career do you want that can help you do stuff that you love and that resonates with your heart in some way and that makes you feel comfortable? I think you're going to have to think very differently and in ways you are not thinking about what kind of career you want, about where you see your life going, about the kind of social standing that you want in order to bring more joy and happiness into your life that you need to move up in the world, okay? While that's going on, we also have the sun in your 4th making the same aspect to Saturn here in your 9th of something new. So I think you're trying to expand your life. You want to do something new and different in life, but you really have to think differently about how you can do that at home, or how you can do that in a way that makes you feel comfortable and that resonates with you at the core of your being, okay? You got to figure out some stuff there too and think about that differently. I think with the moon here in your 11th house, you're going to be thinking really a lot about your goals and where you see your life going and your hopes and dreams for the future, okay? Maybe feel a little uncomfortable here. It's going to conjunct the south node. Some issues may come up from the past that may make that hard this week, and I think you're going to be trying to get a lot of insights just on who you are and what makes you comfortable on the inside so that you can move forward in some way. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Now your card for the week, Aries, is the Devil. Upright. This to me indicates, what are you holding on to? I don't know. There's something that's going on that you will not let go, you know? That maybe it was like a good event or a good memory or like something that, I don't know, that's happened to you that you just really liked. And I think the message here is stop holding on so tightly to things. Let what needs to go, go. Like sometimes when you let things go, they fall into place even better than they were before when you were trying to control them. Okay? So I think that's the message this week. Just go with the flow and you'll be fine. All right. So that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.